Hi guys, welcome to today's lesson and my messy desk. Today we're going to go through the solo part of Shockwave. Now this I am calling is really the bridge, but I'm calling it the solo, and so it'll be separate from the outro, which I'll do in a separate video to keep the video relatively short. Okay, that was a lot of talking, but that's what we're going to do. That section is from about 2:25 in the song to about 2:50 in the song. So it's originally played by one of the co-writers of it on the track, Greg something, I wrote it down but I left it over there, can't remember his name, and then played live by Mike Moore, who's his regular lead guitar player, and he plays it basically note for note live when you listen to it. So, and he plays a telly live, so bridge pickup telly, so through a Marshall I think he uses. So I'm not going to have a Marshall stack sadly, but I'm going to have a single coil bridge pickup on my Strat to hopefully get the sound. It's pretty simple, D minor pentatonic. There's not really a lot to say about it. It's just a classic solo that's really just kind of following a melody of the song, and it just adds another layer to the piece. You know, it's not it's just an added layer, and it sounds really great, and it's a really cool song. So as usual, the way I do these things, I will play the piece, the whole thing. Next, just on its own with no backing but to the tempo of the track, and then I will go through it from there, okay? And I'll try and piecemeal play it slowly as I go throughout. So when I do a section, I'll then play that section slowly separately, so you can have that little bit slower if you need it. Now obviously if you want to listen to the whole thing slowed down, you can just listen to my first bit and just on YouTube just slow it down to 75% or 50% speed if you need it a bit slower. Well, that's my spiel done, so let's just crack on and actually do some guitar playing. Okay, so there it was. As I said in the intro, relatively simple, just kind of playing a melodic line. There's only really a couple of different phrases that are played, so it's just a really nice, simple solo to get your teeth into. D minor pentatonic, so we've got, well, we've only got a handful of notes, but we've got all the notes we'd expect. Basically, we're here. And we're coming from the chorus, so it's a G chord just before. That's a G, and then we're in. 12th fret on the G string 3 times. Now I'm going to be vibratoing constantly. I think that they obviously have like a little tremolo effect or something like that on the piece, so they might not necessarily need to do that, but I've been doing that to try and get my tone a little closer. So have a little play around with that yourself. Not necessary, but I feel like it gets me nearer the tone. But I'll just go through the notes and I'll probably keep doing it. 12, 12, 12 on the G. Then 10 on the G. Then I'm going to do a very fast, I'm going to bend up on the 12th fret G, down, pull off to 10, and then play the 12th fret on the D twice. Now this is a classic blues lick that if you've played guitar for a little bit, I'm sure you've done millions of times. But if you're new to it, it's really worth practicing. So it's a bend, down, pull off, resolve to the root note, which in this case is D. Now I have a tendency, which is a personal thing of mine, to slightly underbend it. It should be a full tone bend. So it should be bending this G to an A note. I have a tendency to go slightly flat on that, for it is my preference, to get that kind of a sound, okay? Probably about there is about right, isn't it? A little bit higher. There you go. That's a bit closer to a full tone bend, but I'm going to underdo that for my own preference, okay? So have a little play around with that. It's quite a fast bend, so you can definitely get away with it. If you're holding a long bend, you can't. If you're playing Pink Floyd, you've got no chance. But with this one, you can slightly do that. So that's my longest bit of spiel I'll do in this whole bit. So let's just play that first lick really, really slowly. Okay, now we're going to basically play the same 2 licks. Same lick twice, sorry, get my words out. I'm going to hammer on the D string, 10 to 12, then 12 on the G, then 10 on the G, then 12 on the D. And I just do that again. Okay, So again, I'll just play that really slowly, just twice through. Okay, so now we're up to basically lick 3, and I'm going to start with another hammer on the D string 10 to 12, and then I'm going to play the 12th fret on the G 3 times, then 10 on the G, and then 12 on the D, and then another 12 on the D, like that. So I'll try and do it at tempo, like that. Just a little note on my picking here, it's almost exclusively down picks for tone reasons. So like all those 12s in a row, those 3 12s are all down picks. That 10 is an up pick. Most of those are down picks basically, again just for tonal reasons. So there's the odd up pick, but it's predominantly down picks. So just do what feels natural to you. If you can do it all with down picks, and it still sounds pretty good. So if I do it this lick with down picks, I mean, it sounds absolutely fine. So feel free to do it all with down picks or throw in up picks when you want. But remember, those 3 12s in a row should all be down picks for tone reasons. Okay, so let me play this third lick slowly as I digress again. Terrible. Okay, lick 4 is going to be a slight variation on lick 2. I'm going to pick the first 2 notes rather than hammer on. I'm going to play 10, then 12 on the D, then on the G 12, and then 10, and then 12 on the D. And then the lick after that, I'm going to do it with a hammer on, just as I did with lick 2. Okay, so let me play those 2 slowly. So that's lick 4 basically. 3, 4. Okay, lick 5 is going to be relatively similar to the first lick basically, but it's going to start D string to 10 to 12 hammer, and then 12th fret on the G string 3 times, or with down picks. I'm going to do that 10 there with an up pick, and then I'm going to do this bend up, down, pull off to 10, and then play 12 on the D string twice. So let me do that. Okay, so that's the lick, whatever that is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me play that one nice and slowly for you. Okay, now we're on to the final lick. Now, this final lick is going to have some different notes. It's going to have some E notes in it, where I would play the E notes here, 14th fret on the D. The live version where Mike Moore is playing them, he is playing them down here, which is how I play them in my example for that reason, okay? So I'm going to play them there, but feel free to play them up there if you prefer. I don't know how the original was done. It's very hard to tell. I think it probably was the higher strings. Tonally, there is a slight tonal difference, but there's so many effects on it, it is hard to tell. So let me play that through. It starts with a 10, then a 12 on the D. And then 9 on the G, 3 times, and then on that 3rd time I'm going to pick it, slide to 10, then slide back to 9, and then 7th fret on the G. Now that 7th fret on the G is a D note, so you could do 12th fret on the D, whatever your preference is, okay? Let me play that final lick through nice and slowly. And then you're into the next bit. I think it's there. Do that next time. So there you go, that's it. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I'm surprisingly warm today, and I've got a slightly sore throat, so hopefully it hasn't been too horrendous to listen to. Really cool song. As I said, probably my next video I put up on any song will be this one. Maybe do a riff video, but that doesn't matter if you're watching this in the future anyway, who cares? But I will do another video just on the outro, which is a lot more bends going on. So this is just a really nice short solo melodic line that goes along with the track. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video, hopefully you found it useful. That's really what it's all about. Please put down in the comments, I know people always do the spiel, I should do it at the start of the video, but I hate it at the start. If you comment, it really helps. If you like the video, it really helps. If you subscribe to the channel, it really helps. I just passed 3,000 subscribers a couple of days ago, which is quite a lot, really. I'm not exactly Rob Chapman, but you know, it's cool. So thanks for watching. If you made it this far, particularly well done. And yeah, come back for some more guitar stuff. And I'll see you guys soon for some more guitar stuff, maybe even some harmonica stuff. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.